You can only start a point 4 different ways. You can start with a first serve, a second serve, a first serve return, and a second serve return. Most of the time, you're going to dominate on your own first serve and struggle against your opponent's first serve. So where you can make up most of the ground is on second serves, and specifically dominating your opponent's second serve. So today I'm going to give you some tips on how to attack your opponent's weak second serve. A few weeks ago, I got to spend some time with Jessica Pegula down in Florida, and she's one of the best returners on the WTA Tour and in all of tennis. And I want you to watch these clips of her attacking second serves in practice. The first 3 clips, she was returning against a top junior from IMG Academy, and then in the last 2 clips, she's returning second serves from Kei Nishikori. So while you probably won't be returning as well as Jess by the end of this video, I'm going to show you 3 things that she does that you can implement into your return game right away. The first thing I want you to pay attention to is Jess's starting position. When she's returning against the slower serve of the junior player, she's starting inside the baseline. When she returns against the stronger serve of Kei, she starts behind the baseline. You can see in both clips here, her footwork is identical. She takes a small step with her right, then her left, she splits, and then loads on her outside leg and drives through the shot. If she were to start behind the baseline against the slower serve, she would have to add a few steps after her split step, which could definitely throw her timing off. So step number 1 to attacking a second serve is to figure out what your ideal footwork and rhythm is to approach your second serve return. From there, you have to judge the quality of your opponent's serve. If it's a really weak serve, you might need to start 3/4 court to keep the same rhythm with your feet. And if you were playing John Isner on his second serve, you might need to stand 5 feet behind the baseline. The second thing I want you to pay attention to is her short backswing. And when you take a return early inside the baseline, you have less court to hit into. It's 78 feet from baseline to baseline. So when you return from inside the baseline like Jess here, this might be about 8 feet. That means you have 8 less feet to hit your shot. The third thing I want you to pay attention to is how Jess drives through the ball. She's taking these balls on the rise, and Dustin Taylor came on my podcast a few episodes ago and shared a great rule that he has with his players. When the ball is dropping, you lift it, and when the ball is rising, you drive it. Yes, she's technically swinging low to high, but nowhere near as much as she would on a falling ground stroke. So remember, when you're taking these returns up in the court and on the rise, you want to drive through the ball. So if you want to start attacking second serve returns, keep these 3 tips in mind and make sure you get some practice reps before you go onto the match court with this tactic. If you found this video helpful, I'd love if you'd subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share with any of your friends or teammates who need help returning second serves as well.